Hi, I'm Mandeep Singh, CEO and founder of Mandeeps.com and Vanjaro. Thank you so much for joining me in this series of preview videos of Vanjaro, where we're releasing a new preview video every day until DNN Summit 2020. So let's get started. What I have here is a Vanjaro site running DNN 9.4. I'm already logged in as a super user. We really focus to keep the UI as clean and as unobstructive as possible, and hence you don't see any persona bar or a control panel overlaid on the page. Instead, we have our all-in-one integrated UX manager. Notice there's no separate edit bar at the bottom to edit this page, and I can toggle back and forth without a page refresh. So let's explore this. On the very top, we have our site menu. This is where you do your site administration. Next, we have what we call our blocks menu. Our page is made of building blocks, and we can find all the blocks right here. The blocks are things like button, text, image, videos, and so forth. This is where you also see your DNN modules, which we call apps. For example, there's our live forms and live storefront module. So that's blocks right there. Next one over, we have our tasks and messages or notification center, where you have your tasks that you can work on or notifications. Next one over is a shortcut menu to quickly create a page, a user, a role, upload a new file, or create your own custom blocks. And on the bottom, we have our page settings and editing tools. Okay, let's explore the page. Notice that I'm able to edit this page, but it looks exactly the same as our published page. Again, our focus to keep the UI clean and totally unobstructive. I can hover over each block and quickly see what it is. I got a bunch of icons on the top, a logo, an image, a heading, a button, and so forth. Now, when I click on a block, I'm presented with a bunch of options on the left. Again, like I said, we have our integrated solution right here on the left. So we don't want endless pop-ups appearing in the middle of the page and obstructing our view. The entire page is my canvas. I can edit and customize everything on the page. I'm not limited to a specific section within the page. I can edit anything and everything. It's super easy for me to edit. I can just double click here and change this to what we do. And that's it. It is done. I don't have to go to a separate pop-up or a window behind the scenes to make any changes or edit. Now, it is also doing autosave. So as I change this, these changes were automatically saved for me. I don't have to click any save button. And I can tell that by clicking on this preview icon here, and I see that this is what my page now looks like. Now, that's a draft version. So Vanjaro is automatically keeping a draft version for me because obviously I don't want my changes to be published live as I'm making them. And I can see that if I toggle this off, you will see that my published or live version is still the same old. But if I go back to the edit mode, it is now the changed version as I was working on what we do. Alright, so next we should look at the revisions tab right here. So as I said, Vanjaro automatically makes a draft and keeps it for you, and I can see that right now, right here, that it kept a draft for me, which a date and time stamp. And my published version is this one right here, which was actually published yesterday at that time. Now I can always revert back to that published version at any time, but this is for another video. We'll cover revisions in detail, so let's go ahead and continue to explore what we have here on the right. Alright, so here's an image, and I see these drag handles here, so I can quickly go ahead and resize. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's very fluid and smooth. But I don't like what I just did, so I'm going to do Control-Z a couple times and get back where I am. So not only do we have autosave and draft built in, we have full support for undo and redo. Let's explore some of more icons hidden right here. And there's our redo and undo. Now I can always use this, but I prefer the keyboard shortcuts, which is Control-Z and Control-Y to quickly undo and redo things. Let's see what we have over next. This is our view layout. So if I click this, I can see how the page is actually structured, and I see a bunch of grid lines which now demonstrate how the page is structured. Now, obviously, I don't need to see that all the time. There's some special use cases when you want to see that, and one of them is when you're dragging and dropping content, you probably want to know exactly where you're dragging and dropping them. So that's kind of built in too. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck this. Let's quickly go to our blocks. I'm going to go ahead and grab an icon and drop it right here above services. Notice as I'm dragging and dropping, those grid lines appear for me automatically. So now I can precisely put it wherever I want. And there's my icon right there. I dropped it. I can quickly change it to something else and align it right there to be centered if I want to. But I don't like this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I just want to demonstrate what that view layout and grid lines do. Alright, let's go ahead and continue to explore what other buttons do. On the right of that layout, I have a full screen mode. So if I like to be in full screen mode, I can go ahead and edit full screen like you said. Totally unobstructed. There's nothing on the page on the right, so you can see exactly what you're building. And that's what that do. The last icon here is called languages, and that's if you're running a multi-language site. We'll have a separate video covering that in detail. Let's exit out of this full screen. We can toggle by clicking on the icon or just hitting the escape key, and let's move on. So we've seen how easy it is to just double click and edit any text on the page. But what about an icon right here? Well, it's just as easy. Double click on that icon and you now have an icon library to choose from to go ahead and change that icon. Now this is the layout pattern that we've used throughout entire Vanjaro. On the left, you're going to have your integrated solution, and on the right, you're going to have your helpers. So let's say I wanted to change this icon. I can simply click on an icon and see how it looks in real time before I actually choose one. So this saves me tons of time going back and forth, and that's awesome. Now, when I want to choose an icon, I can simply double click on it, and it's done, or I can simply choose an icon and hit the close button. The double click saves time and super easy. Now this is all great, but what if I was working on this icon right here and I wanted to see how this angry icon would look like? Well, it's now obstructive, so we have this toggle here too. I can see how that looks like, then go right back in and change it to something else until I see what I like, and yeah, that's nice, so I'll go ahead and close this. Okay, let's move on. Let's go ahead and make a couple copies of this. I wanted 3 more, so there we go. I just made copies of this icon boxes there and just created 3 more. If I don't like it, I'll just get rid of it. Just like that. And just like there was Control Z and Control Y in terms of redo and undo, I can click an element, hit Control C, which is copy, and then hit Control V, which is paste. And you see it right here. I just did a Control copy paste as well. Super quick and super easy. It's just as easy for me to go ahead and move things around. If I want this icon box to appear right here, I can go ahead and do that. And now you see that this has moved to the right. I can move it anywhere I like. Now I can always use the drag handles and move them. Yeah, but it's much quicker to just click on the element and move it wherever you like. Super easy to drag and drop. And I'm not limited to drag and drop stuff just within here. I can drag drop anything anywhere. I can move the services down, I can take it back up. What about the whole section? Okay, let's move this whole section over top right here. And I can do just at that. Oh, I didn't like that. Let's go back. So I'm going to do Control Z and it goes right back. Keep in mind all this time autosave is working in the back, so you don't have to worry about actually saving stuff, and you also don't have to worry about breaking anything because you can always go back to your published version. Alright, let's go ahead and add another image here in this little gallery. I can simply copy this, double click on it to change it, and get a new image. And just like before, I can drag and drop anywhere I want. I can also hit plus icon if I wanted to add another image. And I'll go ahead and take that off for now. So there we go. We have our page just the way I wanted. I wanted 5 team members and I changed this as well. I'm going to go ahead and now click on publish. And this page is now live. I can toggle back and see that now it's reflecting our live changes. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social networks. Head over to Vanjaro.com and join the conversation. Let us know what you think about Vanjaro.